sometimes say, I'm fearless of death, and I'm fearless.
You just pull out a pistol with a blanket and shoot him. See what happens. It goes on. See what happens. They take you to court and sue you for scaring the hell out of you. Just like that Uttam Kumar, I was telling in Madras the story. This famous movie star. He was like in North India. He was like in the eastern part. He was like Amit Bachchan. Did all these stunts and superhero type. But he got some disease and he was dying, and so he grabbed his doctor's hand and he was just saying, even the reporters are there saying, "Bachao, bachao, save me, save me." So then he died, holding the doctor's hand. So people were startled. The big hero was crying, "Save me, save me." He died like that in complete fear. So then they asked the doctor that, didn't you feel ashamed that you couldn't save your patient when he was dying like that? Crying, "Save me." He said, "Listen, many times he cried like that. Many times I saved him. There's only one time I failed." Someone may be fearless. There's two key reasons to be fearless. One is through knowledge, and the other is through ignorance. If someone is very ignorant, they can also be fearless. Just like some people are insane, they walk out, they don't know, they walk off the roof, they're fearless. Does that mean? Then they fall 5 stories and die. Fear is the natural instinct. We'll fear. It's an instinct, just like something that's within our hormones, it's within our body. Say that there's some danger there, that physical response will be there. But this fearlessness means another higher level. If you don't know what the future holds and you're not afraid, what is that? What is the value of your fearlessness? If somebody by taking drugs, he's not afraid. What is the value of that? But if you know what the future holds, therefore you're not, because you have knowledge, that is real fearlessness. Someone is ignorant, he doesn't know what he's been able to just keep his brain stunned. So no, I have no fear. It's like someone saying, don't go ahead because there's a riot ahead. It's no, I have no fear. You go and then he gets his car stolen. That type of fearlessness has no value. We're talking about fearlessness due to having real knowledge and real confidence in what's happening. Not fearlessness due just that, that way some people think, there's no death, there's no life after death, therefore I'm fearless, let me die. And nothing is there. Someone may be fearless like that also. But in actual practicality, it's very hard to sustain that. But say even if someone has that, what have they gained? If they say there's nothing after death, so their fearlessness is because they say there's nothing. So whether I live or die doesn't make any difference. I don't exist. Like Zen Buddhists. There's nothing. Everything is void. Whether I exist or don't. So then why worry about it? But say that they have some speculation like that. So then when you die, then it's finished. Nothing to worry about. Well, this type of philosophy is promoting terrorism. They think that the value of life has no value. Whether you kill a man or you just throw a 200-pound bag of cement into the river, what's the difference? Since life is nothing, so killing is nothing, everything is nothing. Nothing is nothing. All is nothing. From nothing to nothing. You see. So this is all promoting terrorism in the world. This impersonal, you find the impersonal religious so-called followers of religions which are promoting more impersonal idea tend to be more violent as a nature, as a natural thing, than those who believe in a personal. Although everybody is more or less violent in this day and age due to the Kali Yuga and due to the meat eating and so on. But that kind of values about doing some horrible act of violence in an impersonal idea is more. Because for them, personality doesn't have any real value. That's just historically, one can read the newspapers. Who does the most horrible thing? Those who don't believe in God, who don't believe or believe that God is there but He's impersonal. They can do anything. That type of fearlessness that I don't care what happens, I'll do anything. That's not a productive fearlessness. We're talking about having fearlessness due to knowledge. Fearlessness due to a higher spiritual realization. Someone says, I am fearless, oh, you must be a devotee. When he has fearlessness, that also, he said, yes, that's been given to you by Krishna, because it says here in the verse that Krishna is the giver of fearlessness. He is the controller. So if somebody has any fearlessness, he's blessed by Krishna. I had a girl tell me that. I was in San Francisco, and the girl said, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in any of these things. I don't need these. I'm self-sufficient. So and so. She's saying she had a small child. All of a sudden there was an earthquake. Sometime in San Francisco there were earthquakes. And the house started shaking and the things moving. Suddenly she started screaming out, I don't want to die! God save me! God save me! Within 10 minutes I was astonished. She's running out of the house saying, God save me. The minute before she said, I don't believe in God, I don't care for all this, Then all of a sudden the house started shaking. Then suddenly she got totally afraid. God save me, running out of the house. Because people think God is an interruption in their enjoyment. So they say, I don't know God. But then when the fear comes, when that fear of death is there, then they think this is a greater problem. Then who is going to save them? Then they say God.